Hello everyone, it's Project Demeter, episode 6. I'm just recording today for ease, plus you don't always need to see my face. So today, yeah, so I'm in the process of making my seasonal tile manager, which will switch the sprites for each scene. Now, this looks a bit messed up. Yes, I understand. The reason why the building doesn't have a bottom is because I disabled the sprite renderer for that layer, because we're working on specific tile map layers for my seasonal tiles. So I found a better way to do this. I know it doesn't look like a better way to do this, but I'm going to explain everything. But I just want to demonstrate it first. And so like, switching seasons, like changing sprites and stuff in CSharp, or in Unity rather, like it's just not on the internet. I tried so hard to find solutions for this, and I'm mostly going out on a limb. I did in the previous video, if you watch that, I did have a solution, but I'll be honest with you, it was okay. If for a smaller project, it would probably work, but I didn't like the way that it was done, and I knew that I could do a better way. And I'll get into the code in a minute. I just want to show you. So if we hit advanced day, then you'll see all of the sprites change. And although it looks a little bit funky, I just want to show you guys. I accidentally went in the house because I don't know where the door is. Let me see, where would grass be? Grass here? Okay, let's go somewhere where... Ta-da! Because these places are diggable. I just want to demonstrate that it all still works, except for the fact that it looks a little bit weird. So we're just working on the sprites. So, what we're going to do, I'm actually going to drag this over, hold on. We've got, so this is the code that we're working with, and I'll go back and forth between this and Unity to kind of show you what we're doing. So me and my good friend ChatGPT have been working through this, so my explanation might not be as comprehensive. I understand it, but teaching it and explaining it is a different thing. So first things first. We'll start with the seasonal sprites. Ignore this method underneath. I'm not using it at the moment. But yeah, so I've got a scriptable object asset that just holds all of the sprites for my seasons. So if we take a look at that in my project, season test. Go away. Yes, yes. Should probably put those in a different folder. So, scriptable objects in here, and this holds all of the sprites. So it's all of the sprites for each of the seasons. So this is great. Nice and easy. All of my sprites are set up the same. They're from a guy called Salil the Shaper on itch.io. Definitely recommend you go check him out. His artwork is fantastic, and I'm going to be using it in this game because I love it that much. Why have I got a prefab? Does it create a prefab? See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not 100%, but I've got the code, and hopefully you'll make sense of this better than I will. So that scriptable object asset list goes onto this tile season tile manager, and we'll get into some more of the fields in a minute, but one thing I do want to show you, so I needed access to specific tile palettes, tile maps on each of the scenes, so the reason why the building is there is because these are disabled, and if I enable that, maybe because these are overlaid. Anyway, that's not why we're here. Tile map renderer. Oh, I'm in debug mode, that's why. Silly. Ground 1. Where's the bottom of my building? Oh, there he is. On ground 2. Ta-da! Cool. Awesome. Not that it matters anyway. So, on each of my seasonal tile palettes, tile maps. God, why do I keep saying tile palettes? This is a tile palette. This is a tile map. For a while I thought this was a grid because I was tired and it was 3:30 in the morning. This is a grid. This is a tile map. Tile map. So for each of these, it's got a tile map registration. And what this is basically a marker just to say, get me. So the seasonal tile manager will find this class and it will take them. And what that actually looks like, if we just run the game quick, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. There's nothing in. Oh my god, will you save please? Save. Unload scene. Cool. Wait like 10 minutes for this to load. I'm joking, I'm exaggerating. I'm a little bit grouchy. You know when you're so close to figuring out a problem, and it looks like this, and you know you're like this close. But yeah, so when you're on each scene, so if we go in our seasonal tile manager, obviously it's not an exposed variable. I was never like formally educated. I learned all this stuff myself, so the terminology isn't really there in my brain. But yeah, so we've got our registered tile maps here, and then what happens is when we switch scene. God, I need to know where the scene is. There you go. It switches to this, to the appropriate ones in the scene. The reason why this looks different and normal is because I haven't actually painted anything onto these tile maps yet. But yeah, right, back to the code. So we've done the script will go away. Obviously I copied my project because I didn't want to break everything and lose all the progress that I had done. Very good practice. I know a lot of people use GitHub. I still need to learn to use GitHub, I'll be honest with you. It was just easier just to duplicate the project and then keep one as a backup. What do we do? Talk to me, guys. Okay. So we've talked about, no, ignore that. So what I was going to do, we'll talk about this, actually, no, not here. Seasonal, oh no, I deleted it. Fair. I'm also not using these. I've tried a whole bunch of different stuff, guys. It's not just like jumped in. This has taken me about a day. Lots of coding, lots of experimentation. But yeah, so we've talked about this and we've talked about this. So the only class really left to talk about is the seasonal tile manager. And actually, what you guys need to know, I'll show you how I'm actually updating things. So in the event manager, I have an event handler. I have this. Where am I looking? Cool. Nope. Down. Staring at the screen all the time hurts my eyes. Here you go. So we've got this advanced game season static void, and what that does is that calls an event. The time manager calls an event. Here you go. So we call the advanced game season right here in the time manager when the season changes, and then what we're doing is we're just getting access to that. Obviously, like if you want to test it, just put like an input, like an on click kind of thing, just to test to see if yours is working. But if you've already got a time system and like an event system or something like that, something that controls the season already, it shouldn't be too hard to fit this in. And actually what we're going to do is maximize this, because this is where we're going to stay. Just make sure we're still recording. Yay! Alright, so I've got a singleton class that this inherits from, so don't worry about that. Obviously you can make this a singleton instance nice and easy. I'm sure I don't want to insult your intelligence. I'm sure you all know how to do that. So here we get the reference to the scriptable object list for the sprites of each of the seasons. This season here is from an enum in my enum script. Nice and easy. Find season. Where are you? There. Here you go. Season. So that's where that's coming from. Cool. So we initialize the default season to be spring. Obviously, this is going to be part of my ISaveable interface as well that I've got set up, but I wanted to make it work before I even thought about adding like saving functionality as well. I thought let's walk before we can run, right? But yeah, so on the awake, just makes it a singleton. And then in the start, we've got register all tile maps in the scene, and what that's going to do is when you're in the scene, you're going to grab all of those tile maps with the what you called tile map registration script on it. So it's going to grab all of those tile maps for us to use, which means this code, because I have tile maps called ground decorations for the dug and the water tiles, so they're separated on different layers, and I didn't want this code to affect any other tile maps, so that we can kind of keep it in a designated workspace, and I thought that was the best way to do it. Also, please leave comments if you think I'm wrong on any of this. Like, I'm all about learning, and I am still checking to see if we're recording. I'm all about learning. Like, I wouldn't say I'm new to this, but like, there's so much I don't know. Because if I did know, I would have had this done already. But I don't, which means I'm still learning. So yeah, comment if you got a better solution to this. I'd love to hear it. But yeah, so what we're doing, so we've already talked about register all tile maps, so that's just going to register your tile maps here, and if not registered, register them, and then also when it registers them, it updates the season tiles, which is down here, but we'll talk about that in a second. On the enable, we subscribe to the on advanced game season, so we subscribe to that function in the event handler. But yeah, so obviously I'm not entirely sure if this is necessary. I'm not sure if it's like if you don't unregister, it's gonna affect the memory. But yeah, so I'm not sure if I need this. But I'm keeping it because, you know, everything's cyclical. You know, if you do something, you should undo it. But yeah, so it makes sense. And so we've got this. This is the method that we call in the on advanced game and start. So this is what we use to update the seasonal tiles. And it's going to go through each, so for each position in the tile map, within the cell bounds, all positions within. So like as I paint them on, it will make the bounds for the scene. I think that's right. I might have to confine the bounds, but anyway. So for each of the positions, it takes so we make a tile base, original tile, equal to get tile, which is a function on the tile base, I believe. Again, learning. I told you I'm not 100%. I don't know this inside out. Some of this is educated guessing, and some of this is like I actually know what I'm talking about. And I think you guys can tell when I'm talking about something that I know and something that I don't. I just know that this function updates the seasonal tiles, so that's what paints them all pretty. And then this is what we're doing. So this is the method that actually gets the sprite for this for each of the tiles. Obviously, it's getting the wrong sprite, which means that there's something wrong with this. This is going to be a 2-part video, simply because I want to show you guys the finished project. I just wanted to show you where I was at now. I've got an inkling of what I might need to do. I think I might need to, and feel free to help in the comments, like if you see anything that's wrong with this and you think you got a solution for me, I'd love to hear it. But what I think I might do is have an array of tiles for each of the spring sprites in here, and then we'll populate that in Unity with the tiles for each sprite. No, I won't need one. I won't need all. I'll just need an array of tiles, because I have the tiles here, and obviously each of these tiles has a corresponding sprite. So this is actually where I end the video, because I think I might have cracked this. Sorry to leave you on a cliffhanger. It's just like if I do this in one video, it's going to be way too long, and I don't like the sound of my voice for that long. So I'll muster up the courage. I'll go figure this out. I'll record it, and I'll put it in another video for you guys. But yeah, if you're having this problem too, like if this is something that you want in your game, I actually want to talk about one last thing before I go. This so on YouTube, by Code Monkey. Sorry, there's traffic outside the door. Just by Code Monkey, he's got this. If you want to implement like a really robust grid system, so this video I encountered so many times, or this video series rather, I encountered so many times. I just kind of skipped over it. I just didn't think anything of it, and I'm not gonna. No, go away. I'm not gonna go over it. I just want to go to this. So he makes a grid system and then demonstrates a whole bunch of different use cases and ways that you can use that grid system, and it is fantastic, guys. It, like, genuinely, like, I'd already implemented a grid system because it was part of the course that I was doing, but I watched these videos over the last couple of days, not all of them, just the first few, and I was like, it actually gave me a real understanding of what I was doing, and it kind of spurred me on to do this, kind of translating the code that I'd already got, and working out what his code meant to mine, what the corresponding code was, and how it all worked, and it was super useful. So 100% go check that out if you're looking to implement like a grid system for anything. But yeah, that's me for part one. Thanks for listening. I know my voice is annoying, but there you go. I'm glad you made it this far. If you did, congratulations. Thank you so much for staying. But yeah, check out part two when it goes up, because hopefully we'll have this figured out, because I don't want to be stuck on this for too long. I've got loads of other problems to do. But yeah, catch you guys later. Leave a like if you want to. Comment if you want to say hi, or if you're working on a similar project, I'd love to see it. And yeah, if you want to, it mean a hell of a lot, because I'm trying to get monetized. Subscribe to the channel, because it really makes a difference. We're going for 1,000 subs, and I'm on like 100 and something, so let's do it. Anyway, have a nice day. Bye, guys.